So it's been one of those days where, all tradesmen hate, and that's when your van is in the garage. My brake caliper seized, and I had loads of problems this morning, so I couldn't go to my usual jobs. So instead we went and we installed the outside tap. Now I'm being chauffeured around by my wife so that I can go and fetch my van because it's finally ready. It's like 350 quid down the drain, innit? As usual, hate it. I'm pretty sure she hates driving me around. There you go, we're back on the road. 350 quid down plus a day's wages, or let's say half a day's wages. But at least we got the van back, and we're gonna have to work a bit extra now to try and cover the repair of the bloody van. Nice, isn't it? Ain't life just great? Tell you one thing though, one thing that really annoyed me is that he wanted cash. So I had to go draw out some cash. But all the machines that I went to draw out would only allow me to draw out 80 quid a go at £1.75 each withdrawal. Stupid me, I should have just gone to a post office, but yeah. Banks are getting scarce and post offices are also getting scarce, so there you go. It is what it is. It's done now. Still annoys me though. It does seriously annoy me. Looks like we're just getting shafted every single day, left, right and center, no stopping, eh? It's not every day I have a rant, but that really got to me and I had my rant over and done with. I hope you really enjoyed the video and I hope you have a cracking Sunday. So tap install, afterthought, let's just get it done. So you might be asking why in this position, why not underneath the kitchen sink or somewhere else? Why did you choose to go in the boiler unit and connect it to the boiler supply? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the customer wanted in that position, that's why. And sometimes we just don't have a say. That's where the customer wanted. That was the easiest place to get a feed and that's that. Now what I've been doing lately is putting shorts out before I put a full video out. Therefore people can comment on those shorts and then I can address those comments in my full videos like this one. And I think it's great because at least it gives me a chance to answer some of the questions that people put on the short videos. And this was one of the questions I got asked, and it's a repeated question that people ask me. What do I charge for my jobs? What do I charge for this tap install, for example? And there's a simple answer to this. I don't discuss my prices online. The reason why I don't do that is because some of my customers actually watch my videos, and I think it's unfair for me to discuss my prices openly because my prices aren't always set at one price. My prices differ from customer to customer, from job to job. But saying that, I think it's quite an important question and it's something that we should talk about because basically I could be helping you structure the way you go about your business and do your prices. So I think going forward, I will set up membership only videos or membership lives so that you can enjoy the perks of having a place where you can ask these questions and I can openly answer them. Not only that, I actually been working on some really cool badges that you might enjoy. You can have a look at some of these, they're cool, aren't they? I think it's a better way for me to be able to connect to you directly and for you to be able to connect to me directly instead of just leaving comments on the videos and waiting for a reply. And it gives me the opportunity to have a safe space where I can talk openly. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop replying to people's questions and interacting with people in the comments of the videos. Not at all. Now, where were we? Yes, comments. If you want to put comments on my shorts and you want me to actually include the comment in one of my full-length videos, then make it a good comment and make it stand out. And I will include your comment and a reply to it in my full-length video for you. Now, even though this wasn't a comment, it was more of an opinion, I still think I want to address this opinion because you know what? I'm quite old school and it takes me a long time to actually trust products and I don't really recommend products lightly. I mean, I've got to try them for a long time before I can actually say, yeah, use this because it's good. Now, I've been using that Rapid Blue stuff for nearly 2 years and I've not had one single leak from it. Not at all. I think people's misconception about the product is a few videos that I've seen online where people actually say that that Rapid Blue stuff has let them down badly and they had leaks. But in my opinion, the Rapid Blue stuff was used incorrectly. or was used on wet fittings or grubby dirty fittings. Even though you do get a brand new radiator or brand new fitting, you should always wipe it down. So I quite understand if you're on the fence about a product or if it's not the way you do it. That's completely up to you if you're going to use it or not use it. I'm just showing products that I use and how I do my installations. But everybody's different. Everybody does the installs completely different and each to their own. Now, I wish I could do a video reply to every single comment that I get, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. I just can't do it. It's impossible for me. But if you see a technique that I'm using or a product that I'm using and you want to know more about it, then leave us a comment, ask us to do a video for it, and I'll try my very best. If I can do, I will do. So here's one more comment that we can address, and it's actually another opinion. And yeah, I quite understand your thoughts on these screw valves, ball fix valves. And I quite agree with you. For £1 extra you can get something better like a lever valve. But at the end of the day, it's not always my choice. I don't get to choose what I fit. A lot of my customers supply the products, so it's not always down to me what I choose to fit. But hey, for once, I do agree with you. I really do. I think that we could be fitting better valves in than these ball fix valves because, yeah, they kind of leak. They naff. But at the end of the day, they also keep us in work because it's repeated work. They chose what to install. We went, we installed it. It leaks a year later. That's extra work for us. That's the way I see it. At least on this install, I actually installed a lever valve, which is absolutely brilliant. I love these valves. But come on, let's be realistic. How many times have you gone to a property and you actually seen lever valves underneath the sink or lever valves for an outside tap? Hardly ever. I never ever see lever valves out there. They're so scarce. And I know why. Because realistically speaking, they are more expensive and everybody seems to be cutting costs. I mean, I'm sure that most tradesmen in an ideal world, they will fit the best of the best. But they can only fit what the customer agrees to. And let's not even go there. Let's not even talk about double check valves. Have you actually seen the price of double check valves? It really doesn't surprise me that people actually don't install double check valves inside of properties and they just opt for the tap with the check valve installed inside. Even though personally I don't agree with outside taps having built-in check valves because I just think if they go through a frost cycle, that check valve is knackered. That's why double check valves should be inside the properties. But the prices on them are stopping people from actually installing them. Yeah, I know what you're going to say, no biggie, just price it in with a job. But look, not everybody is the same. A lot of people out there are actually cutting costs. And yeah, we all agree they shouldn't be cutting costs, but unfortunately, it happens. Now, I might agree to install cheaper isolation valves, but the one thing that I will not compromise on is double check valves. They need to be installed. And no customer of mine will convince me otherwise. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to make this old man's life a little bit better, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below.